Look at that flush. Look how beautiful that is. I cannot. Hi guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking about new makeup. We're talking about the new makeup on my face today. We did a fun little, and by fun, I can calm down. It is just like an easy peasy, like spring makeup look. I love the blushy cheeks. The color of the cheeks is beautiful. We're trying a new incredible powder. She's so good, and we have new bronzy drops. I'm so excited. This is a very like going into spring, going into summer makeup look and makeup products. I feel like that will work really well for those two seasons. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below on what videos you want to see. And without further ado, let's get into this new makeup video. New makeup, I'm so excited. Let's get into it, you guys. First things first, I need to address the brows. First of all, they're already on, and I know, don't tell me how bad they look. I know. I'm getting them done tomorrow, and I feel like I wait like way too much time between when I either do my brows myself and the next time, or when I get them done and the next time, because by the time I get them done, it is criminal. It's giving like a light Oscar the Grouch, and it's not great. But anyways, I digress. Brows are already on, so we're going to move on to complexion, and we have a really good new complexion product that we're going to talk about today, and this is from First Aid Beauty, and this is their Bronze and Glow Drops, or is that the actual name? Yeah, Bronze and Glow Drops, and they actually sent me this. I was really excited to get my hands on these. I had my eye on them because the shade of bronze is gorgeous. I'm going to do just like a little drop on the back of my hand just so I can kind of swatch it out for you guys. But look how beautiful that is. It just is. It's like the most stunning, natural, but bronzy. I only applied a little bit on the back of my hand. We're going to apply more to the face so you can really see. But it is the most stunning glow. Oh my goodness. I feel like so many complexions will love this. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to put, let me just put it on the back of my hand. I feel like that'll be easier. So I'm going to apply about this much at first so you can see. Look how beautiful that is. It's just like the summer complexion of dreams. I feel like so many skin tones are going to love this product just because it's so, the type of bronze it is really, really beautiful. And it's not too like orangey or anything. So we're going to do, I didn't apply all of it just yet. We're going to just apply a first layer and see if we want to apply more. My hair is everywhere. I don't know why I didn't put my hair up. Just love the bronzy glowy look that this gives my complexion. And what's great about this glow is it has like a beautiful sheen. I'm going to do a little bit more on the back of my hand just so you can see a little bit more up close. It has a beautiful sheen to it, and it has like a very light shimmer, but it looks so natural. It doesn't look glittery or anything. So just put a little bit more on the back of my hand for you, and I just want to like blend it out. Oh, it's so beautiful. And just look at that sheen and just that glow. It is just so beautiful. And what's really nice about this is, although it's more of a sheeny product, when I apply it on top of my different types of skincare, I have not seen any pilling or any, like, just, I haven't had any balling up of any product underneath it. It works with all my face creams. It works with all of my sunscreens, which is surprising. I really didn't think it was going to work with all my sunscreens, but it actually does, which is really, really nice. I really, really enjoy this, and I love the way that it kind of, I feel like I look like I've been in the sun. Like, oh, was she at the beach recently? I love this glow, and it really does set down in a nice way, but it also feels like skincare. And you know how I feel about products that feel like skincare. It is just so good. And on top of that, we're going to apply a little bit of this from CL. This is their Tint and Protect. It's an SPF of 50, which is great. I've already talked about this. And we're just going to do a little bit on the back of my hand and just apply it with my fingers on top of the Bronze and Glow to get a little bit. Okay, I'm getting makeup all in my hair, and I don't know why I didn't just, I love putting my hair up. I don't know why I didn't do that today, because anytime I don't, I regret it. We're just gonna blend it out with our fingers, and it's so impressive with the Bronze and Glow how it doesn't have any like balling up or pilling when I apply other products on top, especially if they're a SPF product, because I always have problems with SPFs. Having some pilling or balling up when I apply them, and I feel like this one does not do that, which is really nice. I have hair everywhere, and this is just the worst. I just love the combination of those two. They look so good. So the next we're moving on to a new concealer, and this is one I've gotten actually a lot of questions on. This is the Exa Beauty concealer, and you know how I feel about Exa Beauty. Love them. So the shade I got in this is the shade 27, and I actually struggled figuring out what shade I wanted to get in concealer because I knew I was going to get more tan in summer, so I wanted something that was going to work in summer for me that wouldn't look too bright because my complexion year round is pale. So I got this shade. I could have gone a shade lighter, but I do really like this shade. It looks nice. It doesn't look too dark, which is a nice mix or balance of the two. So this concealer I like to let kind of sit down for a second, and by sit down I mean just settle down a little bit, marinate if you will. So then what we're going to do before we blend out this concealer is I'm going to go on with a bronzer, and we're just going to go on with this bronzer, which you know I have been loving from CL, and I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. I wear the shade Tan in this, and I love this formula. It's so good. It reminds me a lot of the Westman Atelier contour stick formula. And we're just gonna, oh, look at how beautiful that bronze is. It is just so good. And we're just gonna blend her out. Then I'm gonna take what's left on the back of my hand here, and I'm just gonna pull it down the sides of my nose. And then we're gonna just blend the concealer out with a brush. I really like blending this one out with a brush, but you can also use your fingers. I don't love blending this out with a sponge. However, you can definitely do that, and it has really nice coverage. Just love the way that concealer blends out. Again, I like to use either a brush or my fingers. I do not like to use a sponge. If I notice that for whatever reason I let it sit for too long, or it's not really blending with whatever brush I'm using, because some brushes are maybe not going to work as well with some products than others, I always go with my fingers. You can literally never go wrong, and when you blend it out with your fingers, it just melts into your skin in the most beautiful way, and it looks so much like your skin. Now we're going to move on to a new shade of blush, and I was really excited to get my hands on this. So this is from Caliray. I've already actually talked about this formula in their more terracotta-y shade. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they sent me this new shade. This is the shade Wildflower, and I was jazzed because this is the one where I was like, I was picking between shades, and this is the one that to me like was screaming spring. And so now we get to apply this one as well. So I'm just going to apply, this is very unlike me, but I'm going to apply a little dot on the tops of my cheeks. And this, I wanted you to see how good this blends out if you do dot it on your face, even if you feel like you over applied, which I didn't for this formula, but this is, look at that perfect flush. It is so gorgeous. I love this shade, and if you are looking for a easy to wear blush with no anything underneath, like you really want it to be like a true no makeup blush that just gives you a beautiful flush and it's just so blendy and beautiful, this formula is just, it's so incredible, and it just looks so beautiful. Look at that flush. Look how beautiful that is. I cannot. I love this so much. It is so good. This is one where, this is like a specific shade where like I want to pull it on the front of my cheeks 100% because it just gives you the most beautiful, look at that. Oh my God, I love this. Just look at that. It is just so beautiful. This so far in May has been one that I have been grabbing a ton because it's just so unbelievably beautiful. So this is the shade again on the back of my hand. And at first you're like, okay, that's going to be too much, right? Because it's bright and it feels intense, but it is not. Like, look at how it blends. Look at that, but it still gives you a flush, and it's absolutely beautiful. So with this formula, I do kind of prefer to set it with a powder just because any cream liquid formulas are not going to last as long if you don't set them with a powder, and then you really have the longevity. Today, I really want you to see kind of how it dews up and stuff, so we're not going to do that, but it is beautiful, and I just love this. I just can't get enough of the flush, and it's so beautiful and natural. And the other day, I was out with a friend, and I was going really no makeup. I didn't have any complexion on. I really just had like the Westman Atelier drops on my face, and then I had this on my cheeks, and they were like, "What did you do? Because your skin looks so incredible." And my cheeks, she was saying, looked so youthful and just dewy. And I was like, let me tell you and put you on some products. Just love. Now, before we go on to setting powder and other new products, we're going to go and do our eyes really quickly. I'm going to actually take this bronzer that we used and just put it on my finger and just apply it all over my lid and on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this eyeliner from, oh, I need to sharpen this, from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is their shade Cocoa, and I'm just going to do a little bit on my lid. Look how sloppy I just applied that. And then just blend it out. I just want a little bit of depth on my lash line without it being too intense. Then I'm going to take just a little bit of shimmer, and we're just going to apply it to the middle of the lid and blend it out. And then do a touch in the inner corner. Now I want to take a little bit of this eyeliner from Rowan Beauty. This is in the shade Shimmering Brown, and we're just going to do a little bit in the waterline on the outer half, not all the way in. Love. Now we're going to move on to powder before we move on to the rest of the eyes and the lips and stuff. So, new setting powder. Wild. Who am I? The RMS Beauty Unpowder. This is just a translucent powder. I was skeptical because you know how I feel about powders. I just feel like they can leave you looking way too powdery. But I was actually pleasantly surprised. Where's my powder brush? Over here. I was actually really pleasantly surprised with this powder because it really does set it down, but it doesn't look powdery, which is really impressive. So I'm just going to show you. It does a nice job of mattifying, especially in my oily as heck T-zone. And I just, you see how it powdered everywhere. I shouldn't have done that. But I'm just like dipping in a little bit, and this is how much is on the brush at a time. So not too much. And we're just going to go and kind of set in the areas we really want to oil control. We are set, and I'm loving this setting powder, and I'm shocking myself with how much I like it. The only complaint that I do have about this is that I don't love the container. I feel like I love the Amicole container. I feel like powder containers just need to have a little bit more that kind of control how much the powder kind of puffs up when you're traveling or whatever. This kind of doesn't have that, so when you open it, unless you have the powder puff that it comes with in it, powder, when you open it, powder can kind of get everywhere, but even when you take the puff out, powder can kind of get everywhere, whereas like in the Amicole component, it's all really, really controlled, which is nice. But I really enjoy this. It literally melts into the skin, doesn't look like makeup, doesn't look like powder, makes my skin look like skin, and I don't know. This is really impressive, and I didn't think there was going to be a powder out there that kind of impressed me in the same vein that the Amicole one has, where it doesn't dry out my under eyes, but it keeps my makeup in place, but it looks really good. It doesn't look like heavy powder, because you know how sometimes there are powders where you apply them under your eyes, and even if it's the smallest amount, sometimes you're like, why does it look like I put 40 pounds of powder on? This does not do that, and it also doesn't dry out my under eyes, which is really important. Very, very good. So then next, we're going to move on to, let's do mascara first, then we're going to go on with our new lip product. We're just going to go on with 2 coats of the Westman Atelier mascara on top and 1 coat on the bottom. I love this mascara. It's just so good. It's so good. Mascara's on. Now we just have to move on to the lips. We have a new lip product. This is from Nude 6, and this is their matte lip and cheek, or is it let's look up the full name. The Intense Matte Lip and Cheek, which made me nervous because anything that says matte, I'm like, great, my lips are gonna dry out, but this one actually doesn't do that. I got the shade Sun-Kissed in this, and I'm gonna apply it without a lip liner first so you can see what it looks like without a lip liner, and then I'm gonna apply a little bit of a lip liner with it. So this is the lip color. It's pulling very pink in the monitor. It does not look that pink in person. I'm gonna take a picture of it just so that you can see what it looks like in real life, because I don't know what is going on. That looks like so bright. Looks pretty, but so bright. So I'm gonna just do a picture. And then we're gonna apply a little bit of lip liner because I like to wear this alone, but I also like it with a lip liner. And we're gonna go on with this one from Jones Review. This is the shade Cognac, which you know. Actually, if you don't know, I'm obsessed with this color. It's so good. I'm just gonna line our lips. And then I'm gonna take this mini butter balm from Summer Fridays. This is the shade Vanilla, I believe, Vanilla Beige. Vanilla Beige. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this on top. I just love this lip combo, and this is a beautiful product on the cheeks. So what I'm gonna do is, at first I wasn't gonna apply it directly to my face, but we're gonna apply a little bit. So this is how much I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna take a brush. Where's the brush that we used before? This brush here. And we're just gonna blend it out, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's very pretty, and it blends out really nicely. And this blush really does last really long. And as you can see, I applied so little, but a little bit of this goes a long way. So just don't over apply, because it can end up looking crazy. Just gives like a nice intensity. And that was just like such a small amount. Again, I'm just gonna, right here, just a little bit. That's how much we're gonna apply. And then we're gonna blend. Blend. And just take you can use your fingers. I prefer a brush. I just feel like it gives me a lot more control, but also it just, I don't know. It ends up, like, it doesn't end up looking as patchy. I just love how that kind of umphed up the blush a little bit, but it isn't too intense. Of course, if I apply more, or apply it to the back of my hand, which is how I normally apply it. If I apply it to my cheeks, I apply it to the back of my hand and then dip in with a brush. You get a lot more intensity. A very little bit of this product goes a long way. As you can see, it didn't overwhelm the blush that was already there, because Studio Lights makes it look like there's less makeup on your face than there really is, or at least the intensity of the makeup is less than it really is. Didn't want to end up walking around looking like a clown today, but I really like the way that it wears. It lasts really long on the cheeks and on the lips. Again, on the lips, it can be a little bit drying, but not in a way where I would never wear it, just in a way where I need to like make sure I'm prepping my lips really well. But I really like this makeup. My standout products are this one's so freaking good, and this one, the RMS and the First Aid Beauty Bronzing Glow and the RMS Unpowder. These are my standouts of the video. And then I also really like this product, the Caliray Wildflower Blush. This is a lip and cheek product as well. However, I prefer it on my cheeks. I don't love it on my lips. It looks nice, but out of the two lip and cheek products, I go with this definitely on the lips, and this one maybe not so much on the cheeks. However, it is a really nice blush. I just prefer something a little bit more liquidy, and a little bit more on the creamy side for my cheeks if I'm going to go on with a cream product. And then I prefer this on my cheeks over lips. But yeah, that is it for this video. That is it for my new makeup video. I would love to know down below, have you tried these products? Have you tried this powder? Let me know down below what you think about it, because this powder is so freaking good. And I'm shocked. I feel like I haven't heard about this powder a lot, so I'm just really surprised I like it this much. So I would love to know what you think of this powder specifically, but also, have you tried these? These shocked me. These bronzing glow drops from First Aid Beauty. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.